Diary of Samuel Pepys, 24th of April, 1661. Walked in the morning with my head in a sad taking through the last night's drink, which I am very sorry for. So rose and went out with Mr. Creed to drink our morning draught, which he did give me in chocolate to settle my stomach. And after that I to my wife, who lay with Mrs. Franklin at the next door to Mrs. Hunt's. And they were ready, and so I took them up in a coach and carried the ladies to Paul's, and there set her down. And so my wife and I home, and I to the office. That being done, my wife and I went to dinner to Sir William Batten, and all our talk about the happy conclusion of these last solemnities. After dinner home, and advised with my wife about ordering things in my house, and then she went away to my father's to lie, and I stayed with my workmen, who do please me very well with their work. At night, set myself to write down these 3 days' diary, and while I am about it, I hear the noise of the chambers and other things of the fireworks which are now playing upon the Thames before the king, and I wish myself with them, being sorry not to see them. So to bed. The 25th of April, 1661. All the morning with my workmen, with great pleasure to see them near coming to an end. At noon, Mr. Moore and I went to an ordinary at the King's Head in Tower Street, and there had a dirty dinner. Afterwards home, and having done some business with him, in comes Mr. Shepley and Pierce the surgeon, and they and I to the meter, and there stayed a while and drank, and so home, and after a little reading, to bed. The 26th of April, 1661. At the office all the morning, and at noon dined by myself at home on a piece of meat from the cook's. And so at home all the afternoon with my workmen, and at night to bed, having some thoughts to order my business so as to go to Portsmouth the next week with Sir Robert Slingsby. The 27th of April, 1661. In the morning to my lord's, and there dined with my lady, and after dinner with Mr. Creed and Captain Ferrers to the theatre to see the Chancers, and after that to the Cock Ale House, where we had a harp and violin played to us, and so home by coach to Sir William Batten's, who seems so inquisitive when my house will be made an end of, that I am troubled to go thither. So home with some trouble in my mind about it. The 28th of April, 1661. Lord's Day. In the morning to my father's, where I dined, and in the afternoon to their church, where comes Mrs. Turner and Mrs. Edward Pepys, and several other ladies. And so I went out of the pew into another, and after sermon home with them, and there stayed a while and talked with them, and was sent for to my father's, when my cousin Angier and his wife of Cambridge, to whom I went, and was glad to see them, and sent for wine for them, and they supped with my father. After supper my father told me of an odd passage the other night in bed between my mother and him, and she would not let him come to bed to her out of jealousy of him and an ugly wench that lived there lately, the most ill-favoured slut that ever I saw in my life, which I was ashamed to hear that my mother should become such a fool, and my father bid me to take notice of it to my mother, and to make peace between him and her, all which do trouble me very much. So to bed to my wife.